aspiring lead guitar players, one of the most freeing, exciting, and rewarding things that we can experience is the ability to go up and down the neck of the guitar freely, smoothly, and with ease while staying in the same key. Today we're going into the third segment where we're going to learn the third diatonic scale. Let's jump into it. How you doing? This is Dan from Guitar from the Heart. Today we're going to do the third scale, the diatonic scale. Let's take a look. Alright, so in the first two videos, I went into these two scales. And I mentioned about the building up approach as well as the bits and pieces approach. If you want to review that material, be sure to go check those videos out. Today we're looking at the third pattern, and it goes something like this. Right? Let's put the chart up here. And let's go through. On the 6th string, we got 8th fret, index finger, ring finger, 10th fret, pinky, 12th fret. Optionally, you could use your middle finger for the second note, stretching 2 frets between the index finger and the middle finger. Now, doing this 5 fret stretch thing may take a little practice. All of our hands are different. See what works for you better, the middle finger on the second note or the ring finger. Just gotta play around with it. Your preference may change depending on where you are on the neck and depending on your fingers and how you like to use your hands. So that being said, let's go to the next 3 notes, which is the same thing, but now we're on the 5th string. So 8th fret, index finger. I'm gonna use my ring finger on the 10th fret, pinky on the 12th fret. Coming down to the 4th string, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play our index finger on the 9th fret here, middle finger on the 10th fret, and the pinky on the 12th fret. 3rd string is the same as the 4th string. Then coming down to the B string, we're gonna move over again with our index finger from here to here. Index finger on the 10th fret, ring finger on the 12th fret, and the pinky on the 13th fret. And the E string is the same as the B string. So going up, coming back down, staying in the key of C the whole time. Now I want to take a moment here to mention something that might be obvious to some of you, but might not be so obvious to others. If you're like me, when you're first learning something, things can get a little confusing and you have a lot of questions, and it's like, trying to organize everything in your brain can be a little difficult at times. So I just want to mention, we're learning these different patterns, but in all of these patterns, we're in the key of C. We're in one key this whole time, okay? No matter what pattern, the first pattern, second pattern, whatever pattern we're in the same key. I happen to be in the key of C. Now, if we shift these patterns over, up and down the neck, now you move into a different key. All right, and I think towards the end of this series, I'll show, moving the key from one key to another and things like that. But we are in the same key the whole time. We happen to be in the key of C. Every pattern has the same notes. The key of C has C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? So all these notes in every pattern are those notes. We're just practicing being able to find them in different places on the neck. And eventually the goal is to be able to move freely up and down the neck from one pattern to another as we feel, because sometimes you might want to be all the way down here. And sometimes you might want to be all the way up here to get different expressions. But we're still using all the notes in the key of C while staying in the key. Okay, so if you want to practice with me a little, let's go through the pattern using the building up approach. Adding one note each time. That's an octave, right? In this pattern, we happen to be starting on C. We're in the key of C, so we're starting on C, and that would be going to one octave. Right? And you can keep going like that until you get the whole thing. Going back, the same thing. Go at the speed you're comfortable. For time's sake, I'll go a little faster here. Fail. And then of course you can do the bits and pieces approach, where you're practicing just a small portion of the scale. This is really like how you actually play in real life. You use phrases, right? You don't use the whole scale necessarily most times. So I find for actually building up my chops or whatever, this can be even more useful, and finding little patterns that I like to play in real playing contexts. That's a piece I want to do, so. Right, and you can reverse and add more notes and less notes as you want. So like, let's say I want to do the first 3 notes, first 4 notes. I want to add more. I want to add more. Right? All right, I want to do less. I just want to do All right, people. Hope you're starting to get the gist of that. The understanding of how you can use these 2 pieces to start sewing together little sections of scale and not so small sections of scale. Today's pattern actually goes across a wider span of frets, which is a good thing. Take your time with it. Use the reference charts that I put up on the video and go through over and over if you have to. But be sure you're playing the right notes and use your ears, because your ears will tell you always when you're playing the wrong note. And you want your fingers to remember where the right notes are, so you can let them rip in a real playing context. If you appreciate the video and it helped you out, I would really appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, so I can bring you more videos that will help you as you aspire to become a better musician and guitar player. The next video coming soon will be on pattern number 4, and we'll be expanding our ability to play on the neck. For now, take care, play the guitar from the heart, and have fun with that.